Hey, what's up, everybody? So, for exporting, you definitely need to have a keyboard shortcut. So, my keyboard shortcut is F3. I've mapped that in Avid and in Premiere so I can export anything I want in both using the same exact key. And what happens is when I export in Avid, you can save and make any export setting that you want, right, using these options right here. So I'm going to go over the settings that I use on a regular basis. You can download a Word document, which gives you all the information on format options on the ones that I have to export videos for YouTube, for Facebook, for JPEG pictures, producers ask for the web, or for other purposes, right? And export stuff to go into After Effects. So let's start going over my settings right now. I'll do the pictures first very easily. If I wanted this image to be a still for some reason, I would hit F3. This would bring up my export dialog box. I have a setting already for JPEG. What is in my JPEG? It is exported as a graphic. Then you have options of what type of graphic. So I'm going to choose JPEG, and my settings go from there. I'm not going to go over all these settings today in this YouTube video, but of course, if you have an issue with a graphic, you might want to check some of these settings right here. What else do I have? I also have a PNG file. I just think about this as far as saving time and drinking beer. If I just wanted to, imagine I had all these sound effects and audio, and this was like an 8-layer sound design type of thing, and I wanted to make it into one WAV file to bring into another project or into maybe something in Premiere. Again, I'm going to just hit F3. Export dialog box pops up, and I have a setting for WAV. I would hit name it and save it wherever wherever I needed to, and I'm done. So what is the WAV options? Again, you have all these different options up here. WAV would be audio. And then the key thing for all of these are these 4 little check boxes. What do you want to do here? You want to use the marks. You want to use the selected tracks. To me, that's the way I'm more comfortable in using. I don't want to remember or have to change anything. I know whatever I set an in and an out on and what tracks are selected on my left-hand side, that is what I'm going to be exporting. I want the flexibility to do what I want. So it's the same way with obviously what probably most people are interested in, export settings to go for a video that's going to go on the web or on YouTube, on Facebook, whatnot. So I have a couple of different options here. They're all H.264. And again, I'm not going to go into the specifics of this right now, but see, I have use marks and use selected tools, right? There's different format options you can use. And I should have mentioned this earlier. The reason why I have BT in front of all my labeling of these export settings is because that is my initials. BT are the initials of my first and last name. If your initials are BT, that will make this even less confusing. It doesn't have to be this way, but look how easy I can see, WAV file, PNG. And I'll go over a couple of these others as we go forward here. So again, my main one for YouTube is this H.264. I call it HD because it's 1920 by 1080. So with this YouTube setting, again, I'm not going to go over it, but you have format options. You can change settings here and then go into settings of this, right? And all different compression rates and all this type of stuff. I'm not going to go over that right now. This has worked for me. Can someone email me or comment below and say, yes, here's a much better WAV setting? Maybe, possibly. Someone just gave me an awesome tool, free tool called Shutter Encoder on a comment, and I've been using it a lot lately. So I gave you these export settings, but I do realize that there is other settings that are possibly better. I do drink a lot of beer. So what happens here with these different settings? I want to show you here in the project window, you have settings. Remember, I'm still in the 2018 version of Avid, which most big media companies are. I understand we're at 2020, and I hope to get there very soon. So the way they have the settings right here, and if you go down to export, there are all my export settings. You will look at yours and you might have an extra 8 or 9 weird different ones that you haven't set that you don't want to use. I say delete those, and literally you can just click on it and delete it. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can get rid of that, clean that up, Marie Kondo your workspace here. And when I hit F3, this way, again, everything that's in here matches what's in here. Really quickly, somebody asked me for a picture, boom. Somebody asked me for a little audio file, the sound effect, boom. I'm going to export a video for YouTube, boom. I'm going to export a video that I'm going to convert in Adobe Media Composer or Handbrake or Shutter Encoder. There's nothing too fancy or secret about it. It's a pretty standard H.264 that I then put into another program to make a much smaller file that hopefully is under 10, 12 megabytes that I can send to someone else. Remember, these files, they have to be under, because I'm mainly doing promos, they have to be under a minute or two. Maybe I'll follow this up with a video of how I send longer videos to people using Google Drive. So that is a really brief overview of my export settings. Download the Word document in the description below, and you can copy and paste all the information, and you can set these up yourselves, put your own initials behind them, and you will have them yourself. And then you can go and enjoy the weekend and feel good and drink a lot of beer. And if you want to drink beer while you learn Avid, go to avidbeer.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.